That's not the end, really? I was actually writing the conclusion in my head mentally, just going, right, bring up this, don't bring up that, say this, say that, say it's a good game. And then it continues. That's surprising. So, is that decided? We are only a force of few. Isn't splitting up a great risk? We need to take advantage of the fact that our presence is still unknown to them. We will split them up and take them by surprise without letting them get a chance to organise themselves. 4 against 20. I like that. Ha ha ha. I don't. Those sound like terrible odds. 4 against... Iran. What is it, Lena? If we had Iran, we would be 5. Iran? The spirit? Do you believe he'll go that far to help us? Nope. I'm not sure, but maybe he will listen to us. He has already done so once before. I don't know. Spirits are very difficult beings to deal with. I don't think the same way we do. They don't even. What do you think, Tobias? You've known him for longer than we have. I don't really know him. He was just there somewhere. It's like a creepy neighbour shows up every now and again with a dumbfounded look on his face, masturbating slowly. Even when he shows up among us, he rarely speaks with us. So what does he do? Just chill around? Ha ha! If I turn into a dragon, I could kill all of them! Go on, is that it? Is that going to be the twist at the end? Look, he's going to agree to do it, but then he's going to turn into a dragon. And we're just going to be like, oh, it was you! You killed our friends! No! Or, you know, something like that. I see. I think of a strange man living in the mountains and forests surrounding us. He already told me directly that our goals weren't necessarily the same, that I shouldn't count on him. But he already spoke with me. I've spoken to him once, it's fine. He disagreed, but I've spoken to him once, it's fine. Ha, what do you mean? We should at least try, even if just a little. Around would be a great support. This is his home, after all. No one knows this place better than him. Alright, Dan, we'll ask him for advice, but don't depend on it. I would also prefer if we could somehow deal with this ourselves. Trusting as always, aren't we? You just keep quiet. I didn't ask for your opinion. Yeah, it's not like we're a team now. It's not like we're supposed to be fighting on the same group. Oh, you should just be happy that I'm here to help you in the first place. This is my home too. I intend to protect it, whether you believe me or not. The air is growing tense as the two glare defiantly at each other. That's how to spell defiantly, by the way. If anyone spells definitely like that, punch yourself in the face. This isn't good. I have to change the topic. We should decide on our positions. Right. Ah, Simon's made his mind up very quickly. Simon sighs and turns away from Gavin. We're splitting up in teams. One person on the team will concentrate on drawing the enemy's attention and give support, while the other will be the main fighting force. Of course, the latter will be Lena and me. It is a given that a Templar would take the lead into battle. That means Simon and I will split up in different teams. I look at Tobias and Gavin. Tobias is silent, minding his own business as usual, not even fucking looking at us. And Gavin looks like a fish. He's probably still not thrilled about our company, but is willing to endure it for the sake of the town. Gavin doesn't look worried at all, slouching on the bench as if he's bored. Team up with Gavin. Team up with Tobias. Where's the option to have neither? Alright, Tobias seems like the most cool and calculated out of those two. I'm going to propose that Lena and Tobias join on one team, while Gavin and I will be on the other. Oh, how lovely. Simon furrows his brows, but ignores the comment. Since your team will be the one with the rest of the soldiers away from the camp, having an archer with you could be useful. We will stay as the hard hitters. Alright. To be honest, I would prefer to team up with Simon, but I can see why he wants to split up. Besides, Simon doesn't trust Gavin yet. That's not my thinking at all. I'm just thinking that Tobias is less likely to be like a cock and do something rash and get himself killed than Gavin is. Even though it is risky to bring a possible traitor with him, he must still prefer keeping an eye out for him himself. Fine. Then that settles it, Lena. Let us go and talk to this Iran. We will all meet here again tonight to confirm the plan. Why am I going with Simon? I'm not going with Tobias, the person you... Well, let's face it, we don't know him very well, but knows him the most. Whatever. We all get up to move on, but I notice Tobias hesitating for a moment. Is something wrong? What? No, you're blushing. Oh my god. He quickly gets on his feet as well and leaves me behind. Weirdo. We got to the same place where I found Aran. At first glance, it seems deserted. At second glance, I notice that he's a rock. Aran. Are you here? Here. No, apparently not. It's Simon. Simon. It's silent and Simon. Simon just stands by my side without interfering, watching our surroundings closely. I'm about to call again when a sudden movement catches my eyes to my left. You again. He's not going to help us, is he? Aaron casts a short glance at Simon. You are another one of the soldiers. Simon steps forward and makes a short polite bow towards Aaron. My name is Simon Kalan. I am an officer of the Templars of the Blue Rose. I know we were trespassing on your land, but we come with a request. Could you start that any worse, Simon? My name is Simon Kalan. Bows. I am a Templar. I clearly fight for one side. We're trespassing. LOL. Anyway, we come with a request. Jesus. There is no need for such formal speech. I understand you well either way. So, what do you ask of me this time? Aran, I'm coming to ask for your help one more time. We are going to stay and fight the Hellenian soldiers. We want to protect the town, but we need your help to take them on. My help? Same question you had last time, wasn't it? Yes, your help. We have to make sure that we defeat them completely. If they get away, more will come. The mountains will become a battlefield, and the town will be... You want me to be your weapon? You already asked for my help once, and not too long ago either. If we let this continue, the lands will fall into the hands of Helen. I don't care if this land is perceived to be ruled by one human or another. I don't sympathise with either side in this silly affair, nor do I care to start. Neutral to the end. This guy's a spirit, though. You do kind of understand that. This isn't just about you. There is so much up here in these mountains that will be affected if you just stand idly by and watch. If more soldiers come here, then you will not be left alone anymore. It will no longer just be a case of ownership. They will enter your mountains and fight their battles here. We need to keep this place closed. It almost feels as if the air itself grows cooler around me as the spirit narrows his eyes, watching me for a short moment, and I realise I may have overstepped the line, but then he turns his head away. Aran falls silent. He's not looking at either of us. I stay silent as well, waiting for him to say something. Even though Simon doesn't speak either, I can see him growing more impatient as the seconds go by. Don't lash out. Don't be a twat. The mountains are restless. They have been ever since you set foot here. There has been unrest in the air. So why did you disagree? Because of us? Aaron looks up again. I can't help but flinch slightly as his eyes look directly into mine. Such strange eyes. Well, where an eye overlaps hair, it's always weird. I don't know. All I know that you have caught my interest from the very start. I catch a glimpse of Simon moving at the corner of my eye as Aaron says this. I can't see what exactly his reaction is, but I myself do not really know how to respond to that. I remember hearing Aaron say that before, back when we met. Is that why he keeps talking to me? I pull myself together and decide to meet his gaze without hesitation. This is the weirdest start to a romance ever. Then help us. Let us protect this place. Very well, I will give you my support, but don't rely too heavily on my help. It won't go that far. That is fine. With the blessing of the spirit of the mountain, nothing will be able to take us down. There is something much like a smirk on his lips. Alright, little Templar, let us see what you will bring about this time. See, with words like that, this time, it's going to be the dragon. There they are. We haven't had to move. We've just fucking stayed here, apparently. Tobias and I have taken our position on a ridge overlooking a narrow path. Up ahead, 8 soldiers are on their way down past this point. Aran's trick must have worked. Tobias doesn't say anything. He's been silent almost all the way up here. Okay, so nothing's changed then. I take a closer look at him. He is staring down at the approaching soldiers with a concentrated, serious expression, not moving a muscle. Is he nervous? I guess it wouldn't be a surprise. Tobias isn't a soldier like the rest of us, just a normal person. Yeah, he did say he wasn't very good at this earlier on. Let's hope he can actually hit us. Just be ready for when I give the sign. He twitches slightly in surprise as I speak directly to him. Then, after a moment, he shakes his head in resignation. No, I can't do it. What? I can't do this. I can't kill them. For a moment, I don't know what to say. I didn't expect him to back out in the last second like this. Tobias, you have to. Get yourself together. That's not the right response. I told you, I'm not doing it. I'm not killing other people. He struggles to keep his voice down as he snaps back at me. I need you right now. If we don't do this, then Simon and Gavin will be in real trouble. The whole town will. I'm not like you. I'm not some uncaring killer. Oh, but animals are fine. Slap. He clams up as me hitting him takes him by completely surprise, touching his cheek where I slapped him as he stares at me with shock and anger flaring in his eyes. That's definitely going to do it. Fine, then stay here. With those final cold words, I turn away from him and rise to my feet. Well, he's going to stick around. He's not just going to fuck off. But we either have to decide whether he's going to shoot them or shoot me. I have to do this by myself, then so be it, as long as he doesn't get in my way. During our confrontation, the soldiers have already reached our position. I can see them pass by on the path below. Confirming contact with the rose, I draw my sword and jump down from the ledge. Holy shit, how far did I jump? Like, is this a 100-foot plunge? Stones slide down the rocky slope along with me, and the soldiers below only just get to look up and notice the threat before I'm already over them. Look out! Oh, been constipated for weeks, thanks. Anyway, to battle! I kick up from the slope and swing my sword. The first soldier is down by the time my feet touch the ground, but I don't waste any time. I immediately swing around, aiming to the soldier by his side. He desperately raises his sword in self-defense, but has it pushed aside by my powerful swing, the vibrating sound of steel meeting steel, resounding through the clear mountain air. My next move is swift and merciless. The rest converge on me, quickly spinning around and cutting down the closet, one before he can strike. The closet one. A gay one's come along. Yeah, no, the closest one before he can strike. I kick off again and retreat backwards. What is that? Is that the moon? Wow. 5 left? Give me a break. I hear one of them call out a warning. Careful, it's a Templar. 3 of them take a lead in an attack towards me. Keeping up my pace, I parry the first swing and manage to wound the arm of another. Then I let go of my sword in one hand, concentrating my energy and sending 3 small projectiles flying, taking care of the third. 4 left, one of them badly wounded. That just looks like an ovular moon. Can we see that again? It's very odd. It definitely doesn't look like a sword. This time I attack. 1, 2, only the wounded and 1 more left. Haha, I'm getting tired at this rate, but as I swing around to prepare for the last 2, I notice something surprising. One of them is turning tail and running away. No. Simon is supposed to take care of their leaders up ahead. Even though he could be capable of holding his own, if he hasn't arrived there yet, this snitch could give him a chance to organise better. I have to stop him before he reaches his friends. Is this where Tobias would have been helpful? I charge forward one more time. The wounded soldier makes a feeble attempt at warding me off, but I pass him easily. One more time, I project my energy to a makeshift knife, then I throw in one fluid motion. The soldier cries out as the blade digs in his shoulder and he falls over on the ground. I feel like a great person. Oh well, they're enemies. They'd have killed me. They were waiting for us. I'm over him a second later, finishing the job without hesitation. I stand up, sword still in hand. I managed to get rid of this guy before we reached any of the enemy soldiers. How far has Simon come by now? There isn't a time to stop now in case they are still fighting. I have to. I instinctively spin around towards the sound of another intruder and raise my sword. I find the tip of my blade pointing directly towards another trespasser standing only a few steps away. A woman. What did I say? Who was it who could have told them? Looks weirdly at microphone. Well, didn't see that coming, did we? I barely get to look at her before she cries out a warning. Elrica! I know the attack is coming before I see it. I jump away out of pure reflex, only barely avoiding the shining blade of another soldier hidden between the cliffs. It's another woman clad in Helen's dark uniform. She steps in front of the first woman, readying her sword to protect her. Don't let your guard down. She's a Templar. Am I supposed to know this person? I'm probably not, am I? That voice! Yes, well done. Lena is so slow on the uptake. Yes, it's Adelaide. Clever you. I look back at the first two of the women again. She is a beautiful young woman clad in a black uniform with long, loose hair. Even though I know her face, the difference in her attire makes it seem so alien to me. It can't be. Lady Adelaide? The woman stares a little as I speak the name in disbelief. For only a few seconds, everything is silent. I'm surprised to see that you're still alive, Lena. You didn't recognise me ever? You haven't recognised me until I pointed out that you're Lady Adelaide. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and assume that you didn't think I'd recognise you. I don't believe it, Lady Adelaide, she's alive, but why is she standing there? Why is she wearing those clothes? I shake my head lightly as if trying to understand what I'm seeing. No, this can't be true. You're with them? Yes, I really am surprised to see you this well. I was sure you were dead when you took the plunge from that cliff, but I guess you're better than I thought after all. Her casual, cold voice is echoing in my head. I can hear every word, and yet it feels like I'm not hearing anything at all. Cold ice runs down my spine and into my stomach as I realise that we have been betrayed. It was her. Oh my god, Lena, you are like 3 days too slow. I remember Adelaide's kind, worried face. I remember promising to protect her, the one who was unable to protect herself. You led us up here for no reason. I had a reason, but that dragon took care of things a little earlier than planned. In a way, I guess it was a lucky coincidence since I managed to get away. It made everything easier. You traitor! She was leading us onto a trap. I feel the cold being pushed away by my boiling blood as the rage spreads through me. Everyone died. They were all killed because of you. I trusted you. Everyone, other than myself, herself, and Simon. And I think there are only 3 other people there. So half the people died? I'm just trying to remember back to that photo. Sorry, picture at the beginning. Yeah, not too many. Why? The question seems so meaningless at this point, yet I have to ask. Adelaide looks down coolly from behind her protector. Why? My father believes the council in Kaya won't be convinced of helping Helen in this war unless they get some kind of initiative. These old guys are intent on staying neutral. Making it look like our family was betrayed by the highly regarded Templars seemed like a good idea, so he made a deal with their military. Yeah, I didn't even know why I'm saying all this. There is something about you that always makes me talk too much. I can't keep still anymore. Each one of your indifferent words stab my heart like cold knives. Yes, I get it. You're filled with rage and you feel tingling of coldness everywhere in your body. I see it. And in the end, I barely recognise the words she is saying to me. I forget all about my exhaustion from my previous fight. Adelaide seems to have noticed this change in me and takes a step back. Kill her, but be careful, she's not an ordinary soldier. I know, this will be a pleasure. The woman smirks and lifts up her sword, our eyes meet. Look, Tobias, this is your fucking moment. Don't let me down, you indifferent, angry little tosspot.